I've had some rum tonight, so this might get a little weird. Hi, I'm Kate, and this is She Geek. Last week I talked about the top 5 indie games that are coming out this year. So this week I want to talk about my top 5 mainstream games that are coming out in 2011. This was exquisitely difficult for me. There are technically like 15 games that are coming out this year that I'm super duper excited about. Some are not confirmed for 2011, some are kind of similar to each other, so it's hard to figure out what should go in my top 5. This is just a disclaimer to let you know that if for some reason I left a game off that you're super excited about, it doesn't mean that I don't know. It just means that I couldn't fit it in my top 5. So let's keep the angry disbelief to a low hum. Thank you. And with that, let's get right into it. Portal 2. There's a good chance if you did not enjoy the first Portal game that you are yourself an unfeeling robot. I'm just putting it out there. So this time around, Portal 2 is going to get a much bigger first-person treatment, as well as a 2-player co-op mode where you'll have to solve puzzles with each other, which sounds amazing. It also doesn't hurt that the hilarious British comedian Stephen Merchant has been hired to add his voice acting talent to the mix. Mass Effect 3. The Mass Effect games are some of the finest modern RPGs available. No one does space opera the way BioWare does. They've really got it down to a science. First they did the excellent Knights of the Old Republic games, now they're doing Mass Effect. Mass Effect 3 is the epic conclusion of Commander Shepard's tale, as well as the end of the trilogy. From what I can tell from the trailers, Earth is getting tore up from the floor up, and you as Commander Shepard have to save it. I am so down! Elder Scrolls Skyrim. I have loved the Elder Scrolls games for years. They all kind of follow the same formula. It's the fantasy setting, free roaming environment, save the world from annihilation. What I love in particular about Elder Scrolls games is that you are actually free to do just about anything you want. You can follow the main storyline, or you can take part in one of the many extremely robust side storyline quests. Which is awesome. You can kind of just shape your own character and your own story that way. I really love it. I'm always super excited to see another Elder Scrolls game coming down. Batman Arkham City. I don't know if you guys know this, but I love Batman. Arkham City is the sequel to 2009's Batman Arkham Asylum, of course, and which was an amazing game, by the way, if you haven't played it. It definitely gave Batman the video game treatment he so richly deserved. In Arkham City, which is a much bigger game, apparently, Batman will go up against Two-Face and Hugo Strange and, of course, the Joker back on his native home streets of Gotham. I don't know about you, but I do love Batman, and I am so down. LA Noire. This is actually the only non-sequel on my list. I feel kind of bad about it. Oh well. LA Noire takes place in 1947 Los Angeles, where you play LAPD detective Cole Phelps in Hollywood's golden age. You are the good guy. You are unraveling a web of corruption, solving cases, and trying to stay above it all. I think from what I've read from the trailers and everything, this looks like it's about 70% detective work, 30% firefights, but I could be mistaken, don't quote me on that. What's really impressive about this game, though, is the animation. There are a lot of videos about this that you can find, but they've motion captured all the actors, so their facial expressions, their body language is actually realistic, and it's kind of amazing. This is easily my most anticipated game of 2011. I cannot wait. And that's it. I know that there's like 12 runners-up on my list. Leave me a comment, tell me your top 5. That's what I'm really interested in. Let's hear your top 5 games coming out of 2011. Don't forget to check out my review of the spectacular Marvel vs. Capcom 3 over on the POPGALAXY blog. I'll put a link to that in the info. Today is Tuesday, February 22nd. and I will see you guys next week.